everyone, Adam here, So Is Your Podcast. I got another review for you today. Once again, a big thank you to the fine folks at Amazon for sending us along a look at one of their new series. This series is called The Lake. The Lake is a comedy about a unconventional family as they kind of try to recapture the past, rekindle, get to know each other. There's a lot of emotional things going on, even though it is kept light and it is a comedy, but I would not say this is a family comedy. This is not one you want to gather the kids and sit around to watch. The Lake comes out June 17th. It was made by Amazon in association with AMAZE. I believe it's a Canadian production. That's kind of neither here nor there. And it is debuting in over 240 countries. So for our international watchers, it's most likely coming to you because that's a good chunk of the world. Anyway, I almost made a horrible pun and said dive in. So let's get going on what The Lake is about. The Lake follows Justin, played by Jordan Gavaris, who you will recognize as the brother from Orphan Black. He was absolutely amazing on that. As the openly gay father who gave this girl up for adoption when he was a teenager. It was before he was out. They go into the whole thing. They actually spend a lot of time going into a lot of backstory on The Lake, and it's this exposition dump that kind of rubs me the wrong way, but I'm jumping the gun a bit. So it follows Justin as he wants to rekindle with his birth daughter, Billie. Billie is from the city. She has no interest in being on a lake. She doesn't want to do this summer thing. Her parents are going off on a vacation and letting her connect or reconnect with her birth father, and she's really not interested. Justin is not really a father-type figure. He's kind of more hanging out with her and trying to figure it out as he goes. Of course, with it being a TV show, he has his father moments, he has his friend moments. They butt heads, they get along, they, see themselves in the other person. It's kind of very by the number. There's a pretty solid supporting cast as well. Terry Chen and Julia Stiles play kind of the counterpart family to them, and Julia Stiles was the big name draw for me. I always thought Julia Stiles was a lot better than she ever got credit for. I think she's a fantastic actress, very pretty woman. I think she does a good job in everything I've ever seen her in. I don't know why she never got higher accolades. Julia Stiles is the reason why I hung on to The Lake beyond just watching the pilot before doing this review for you guys. Now, I've kind of gone off on little tangents here and there when I was just supposed to be giving you the very synopsis of The Lake, and it's kind of the meat of my review here. I feel like the writing, while it's not bad, is not great. It's a very middle-of-the-road script, or scripts because it's a series. It honestly feels like a very intelligent AI watched a bunch of sitcoms, comedies, family dramas, and then mixed them up. The jokes are there. They are constructed as jokes. They're never quite funny, and they're definitely never original. The family drama is heightened up to, 11, to use that old joke that you've heard 1,000 times, staying on theme. And it almost seems unnecessary. The family drama is a big part of the overall plot of The Lake, but you get so much of it, especially early on when they're trying to get you up to speed on all the character dynamics, that I feel like would have been a lot better if they unfolded naturally. So you just get these dumps of exposition and dumps of more dramatic elements when this is supposed to be a comedy, and it's tough in comedy to find something funny when you're just trying to construct this really convoluted family tree where this person's dad married this person's mom, and they didn't really consider this person a family member, even though technically they were a family member, and this person always felt this way about that one, and this guy has a daughter even though he's now gay, so he has to explain how that works to every single person. And it's just on and on and on and on like that, where it's kind of exhausting just to be like, do I need to know any of this? And if I do, why? Being a TV show, can't you show me what I need to know as I know it? Or since it's episodic, can't you give me a little taste of the backstory, do the episode story, do a little bit of the overall story, and then in the next episode, kind of repeat that process without it feeling so formulaic? It just felt like they were battering you over the head with this family history for a fictional family. And it was also so out there and so convoluted that it felt like just too much. Not just too much exposition, but just too much dysfunction. And I'm sure there are families that are these complicated, interwoven things, and that's just life. Sure, great. I'm not arguing with that at all. I'm not arguing with the reality of any of this. Just for a TV show, I don't need to have to read this entire family history, this tome of a bibliography just to beat me over the head with it. Just get on with the show. And if it's a comedy, maybe make it funny at times. That kind of came out a little harsher than I meant it to. I didn't hate The Lake, but I didn't really enjoy The Lake. I had it on and my mind kept wandering, and by episode 3 it was more background noise than anything, even though I wasn't multitasking. I wasn't working on anything. I was giving the show its proper attention. I was watching, and it just never quite grabbed my interest. It never held it. I was really only going to watch the first episode because I felt like this kind of from the jump. And I hung in there because the acting chops, because, sorry, I have to refer to this, because of Julia Stiles, because of Jordan Gavaris, and because of Madison Shamoun, who I didn't say, Billie. Madison Shamoun, I had not seen her anything, but she is on Blackish and Black AF, which are immensely popular shows, and they can't be immensely popular shows if they're total crap, so I'm sure she's fine, and she does a good job in The Lake. I'm not sure if I said it in this cut, but nobody does a bad job in The Lake. The acting is very good. I really feel like the weaknesses is in the bland exposition-filled scripts, and I apologize to the writers. I don't mean to just jump down your throats. You had a lot to fit into, 29 to 31-minute episodes, but the actors take what they're given, and they do as good a job with it as any actor could, I'm sure. I do think, to give it some credit, that The Lake is aimed at younger audiences. If I was younger, if I was of a different generation, I might have been more into this, I might have been more in tune with this, and if I had seen less things overall, some of the comedy may have worked for me. Because it's all things that I've already seen, it just never quite grabbed me. The pictures look great. I'm not sure what lake they filmed it on. I believe it's somewhere in Canada, but it's very picturesque. It's very beautiful. It makes me want to go to a lake cottage. All that's great. It's, shot in high def. The sound mixing was fine. There's nothing technically wrong with it. There's nothing egregious about it. It's just that it's kind of bland. In a way, it would almost be worse if it was terrible, because I'd have more of an emotion of it, where I'm kind of running out of things to say, and we're only, we're probably not even 10 minutes in, because it's just kind of there. Apologies to those behind it. I'm sure no one ever sets out to make that. That's just my honest opinion. The Lake is coming out June 17th. If you're a younger viewer, or if you know a younger viewer, or if these kind of more safe, predictable, half-hour dramedies are your thing, it's very well for you, because there's really nothing wrong with it. But if you're looking for something fresh, if you're looking for a new take, if you're looking to really, laugh, there's got to be something else out there. Big thanks to Amazon Studios. Hopefully this isn't the one that cuts off that source of information, or that source of screeners that we like to bring to you guys, but I'm not really doing my part if I'm not giving you my honest opinion. As I said, The Lake is coming to Amazon Prime June 17th. It's a relatively short season with 29 to 31-minute episodes, so maybe it's just not vibing with me, but it will for you, so give them a shot. They're pretty short. Try a couple. What do you got to lose? Make sure you like and subscribe. We have a lot more reviews, a lot more of these Amazon screeners, a lot more unboxings, a lot more interviews. I'm going to have some awesome coverage from Galaxy's Edge and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Florida coming for you. So cool stuff coming to the channel you're not going to want to miss out. Speaking of not wanting to miss out, make sure you listen to So Wizard Podcast every single week wherever you get your podcasts. SoWizardPodcast.com is your resource for reviews, recommendations, videos, merchandise, and more. So Wizard Podcast can also be found on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you get multiple monthly bonus shows, both audio and video. And we love hearing feedback, so drop us a note in the comments, leave us something on social media. All the accounts will be found after the show and in the show notes. On a more personal note, a good friend and I have an ongoing comedy comic series. It's called Social Studies. We're kind of getting towards the end of our second chapter, which will, when it's all said and done, be 13 issues total. We always call them episodes, sorry. 13 issues total, with more on the way. We're cranking them out, got a lot of fun stuff coming. You can find all of our currently available issues at socialstudiescomic.com or on Comixology, including Comixology Unlimited. And if you're in the Northeast, we got Comic-Con season coming up. We will be at Plastic City Comic-Con July 16th in Massachusetts. Check it out. It's a very comic-centric show. Kids get in free, and I think it's only $10 at the door, so come and see us. Thanks.